EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check. Check, hop, hop, hop.
2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 15, check 15. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety.
Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Briggs. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up. Check safety.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's Berrios, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Let's go. Cover the ending. Stop your body. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight end right.
On 1st down, Wynn. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's complete right around the 8. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. Go, Mike. I'm coming.
And they let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Watch the screen. Mike 40. Double dog. That's the way. Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. Not here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to run with Matt. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, check. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. The 20, 10, and it's a touchdown for the Jets.
They can't see us.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think that
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Joker, 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 Joker.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll run on first down. Win. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw here. He completes this one to Mack. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously with the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let him know, let him know.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be second down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Briggs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
41-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. On first down, Briggs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deeper. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Braxton Berrios, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now this throw caught left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
57. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the ground again, it's Wynn. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check out.
They'll run on first down. Win. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
First down, New York.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, design run for their wideout. And some room to maneuver. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson down to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That's complete to Meredith. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Tucker with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Check 55, Mike.
2nd and 6. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch 57. I got you. I got you. Hey, check Mike 57.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Play action. It's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
57, Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on. You better bring it. Mike's 57. 57 to Mike. Go, we got screen.
Jackson to throw. That's complete right around the 8. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Pick me up. Here we go. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing that.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you go on the field, but okay, I see you. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here.